My name's Christine Mason, and I'm the Senior HR Manager at DLS. We are a food wholesaler. We supply mainly to takeaways all over the North East, Cumbria and Yorkshire, and all locally. We've been going for nearly 33 years, and it's a really good company to work for. Well, we did have one apprentice here when I actually started, but she was near the end of it. But I wanted to use a training provider or one of my many contacts who work for training providers to be able to get some. Obviously, I've seen firsthand, I worked for Learning Curve in the HR department for 11 months. I decided to use them because I know that they work to really high standards. I used to work for Gail Crossman, but I also used to work quite closely with Brenda, who I know has done magnificent for the company. So I knew you were a good training provider, and I left it to them. Once they got me one apprentice, I wanted to carry on using them because the apprentices here I'm really happy with that we've got, and Amy is actually currently looking for more for me at the moment. Very straightforward, actually. Janine put me in touch with Amy. Amy contacted me. She sent me a vacancy template, which I filled in, and then she got the ball rolling. She screened everybody before I interviewed any apprentices, and we got the lovely Charlie who works in. She's mainly accounts, but does a little bit of HR as well. And then we I would advise them to definitely take on an apprentice and definitely get in touch with a good training provider. Learning Curve is a good training provider. I've decided to stick with Learning Curve for the apprentices because once I've already got one, then I wanted to use the same provider for other ones as well. I think they're really beneficial to a company, and I think we're only a small company. We only have about 43 staff. So I think the experience, not so much with Millie, but with Charlie, because she's been here longer. I think Charlie's gained experience she just wouldn't in other places. And also from a HR perspective, when you work in a really large company, quite often HR professionals only do a lot of a small amount of HR. I've introduced Charlie to quite a lot of HR here, and I would like to think that our apprentices will stay with the company. We've got people who've been here 30 years, which is fantastic. So for good workers, there's always a job long term for them. I think they're both really good, and I would advise any company to take on apprentices.